I love a woman that claims she knows what she's doing. Confident, ain't afraid of a little trash talking. She the type I love to please, cause she thinks she running things, till I decide to tease and give her a little piece of me. So I start off with a little simple kiss. She realized, damn, I ain't never been kissed like this. That's when I pull back, leave her on her some more. So she goes and pulls me back, losing all self-control. It's safe to say that they don't know what they be getting into. I'll have you doing things normally you know you wouldn't do, like going to the park and sit. You ride me in the whip till on the side of the road on my hood during eclipse. Now that's how things go when you're with me. Be prepared to expect the unexpected. No strings are with me on my 2014. I love how they talk until I have them yodeling. I'ma kiss you from your neck down to your navel. Love you in a way that can't be a label. Have you curled up like a newborn in a cradle. You never knew a man that could make you go yodel. Wait up for a second, got something I need to tell ya. Been thinking about the other night when I held you in my arms and squeezed you so tight. Then I whispered in your ear and told you to hold on, girl, cause you never felt nothing quite like this from a man of many gifts. So this could be a dream. But then I started going, you saying sweet nothing. So I turned up a little bit, you pushing me away cause you know you can handle it. That's when I fell below, did my thing and there she goes. But I ain't talking screams, oh no, I had her in the bed doing, I'ma kiss you from your neck down to your navel. Love you in a way that can't be a label. Have you curled up like a newborn in a cradle. You never knew a man that could make you go yodel.
She's singing it like ship on the mountain top. Taking shots up on the mountain top. Won't spill a drop on the mountain top. Watch get serious soon as the ball strap pops. Hating on what we got. Tyler Perry, we the half, they the have not. Talking hustle harder, your girl out of water. Watch if I flash the cash, she gon' flop. Drinking out the bottle till it turn hollow. After that, bet another gon' follow. D, should we hit him with the rosé? Nah, let's stick to sexy Moscato. Ha, haul on the floor while them hoes keep gawking. Caught a crowd mob the way them hits rocking. Niggas on the sideline posted up just watching. Whispering like what kind of watch is he rocking. Thing on my pants while I'm doing my dance. Pressure applies, I can't control my hands. Hit after hit after hit after hit. You gotta admit this shit's more than a whim. Shorty, it's more than your trim. How there he goes again. Hit puts the lotion on the skin against the hose again. Haul on the floor like a badass baby. Working that pole while she twerking that nene. Hit it with the chocolate bar, aka payday. Before we go that way, babe, first you gotta say,
I'ma kiss you from your neck down to your navel. Love you in a way that can't be a label. Have you curled up like a newborn in a cradle. You never knew a man that could make you go yodel.
Oh, hello. Welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody's doing pretty good on this wonderful Wednesday. Uh, we are here live and direct. We got another great show for you all. Thank you so much for coming in. Before we get started, I got to do my little house cleaning around this time. Let me hold on. Let me see what's going on here. I think I'm on the wrong thing here. Okay, let's click that. Let's click that. Yes, sir, Mr. Riz TV. We are in the building, man. Thank you again, Mr. Riz. He's sharing his platform out for us to stream to, man. He's been doing it for quite a while, man. And I want to say I definitely do appreciate you and your help. Thank you so much. Let's so let me start off with a little bit of some house cleaning. So if you can please hit the like button. They say it helps the algorithm. I have no idea. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. You know what I'm saying? So if you can, just drag your finger across that thing as you come into the room. If you haven't already did it, which if you're already here, you probably did. You can hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification so that way every time we go live, you'll get a little notification saying, "Hey man, tune in." And at the end of the month, we do like a giveaway and things like that. So I'll have a anonymous spinner come spin the wheel after we pick a winner to see what you win. And I see the chat already talking. One of them says from Jakar Lee, she lied and she needs to go to jail. Says Jakar Lee, and as well as Disriz says she's going to jail now. Says Disriz. So this is how we start off. This is what's going on here. Okay, I see what's going on here. If you don't know what they're talking about the Carly Russell. I think her name was Russell. Situation where it came out that she was not being honest about being kidnapped. So there's that. So let me see what else we got going on. I need some content because I got some content creators here, but I don't think they have any content for me yet. So I can't unfortunately give them the proper introduction that I would love to give all my content creators, especially my black content creators, man. But since they don't have they don't have the stuff right now, we're gonna go ahead and just introduce them. None other than she hails all the way from I don't know where she come from, but she's mean as I don't know what. Please give a warm round of applause for Miss B herself. Hello, Miss B. How are you doing today?
Who you talking about me?
Oh, here she goes. See, y'all about to see it. You live. You're live. I just want to let you know. But you prove me wrong. You prove me right. You live.
Whatever. I'm doing good. Happy to be here. I know I haven't been on here in a minute.
Man, it's always a pleasure to have you when you are on here. I know that you've been a very busy
Yeah.
lady, doing a lot of things and picking up some new things as well. Congratulations again to your getting promoted and making them bucks.
Thank you. Thank you. I
All
might
right.
be able to send y'all a Christmas present.
Ooh, wee, and won't he do it? Won't he do it? Cause see, I know that. Well, I believe you're a content creator. Did I have that right?
I'm trying. Like I'm really trying to work on some things. I don't want to just put it out there, but I'm really all over the place. I'm trying to narrow it down, but I do want to be a content creator. I don't know if I'm gonna be focused on like exercising or cooking videos because I do love to cook, but I'm not there just yet.
I don't think I ever tasted any of your food. Is it good?
My man said it's good.
Well, he probably wants something from you, so he's gonna say that.
He
All
don't
right, so
want
we're
that.
gonna go ahead and move on. I would really love to see because I don't think people know that you're on TikTok and you're doing some TikTok things and I seen one where you were going like about your day and you were talking about a certain latte you were getting. How
Yeah.
often do you do that?
So I really need to start that as a series. I literally go to Starbucks like every other day, especially on my way to work. I go to Starbucks every other day. So I might be trying like the person who ordered in front of me's lattes. I might be starting a series like that. or
Oh
just
wow.
some stuff like that people might want to try, but they scared it might taste bad, I'm gonna give it a rating.
All right, all right. Well, we got it live and first here on Queen of Spades podcast that Ms. V is gonna be coming out with some new content. All right, so y'all keep out on the lookout for that. Hopefully one day it gets going. You can drop us, give us a link or something like that, and let me know where I could tell them to find you at
I
as
will.
well. And Mr. DisRiz TV said, "Hey V, welcome back." Yes, we got that
Hey.
exclusive around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what we
Period.
do. And I do have another not content creator right now. Well, no, she is looking at be a content creator again. Okay, so she's doing a content creator and she's doing some other stuff. But please give a round of applause for the one, not only Miss K. Miss K, welcome to the building. How are you doing today?
Hey everybody, welcome back, Miss V.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
Now I know
Girl.
you were talking to before, Kay, about doing a start your content again. Is that still something that you're looking to do?
Oh yeah, I definitely am. I'm just waiting on these kids to go back to school before I get back, on the camera and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, hopefully, it'll pick up some traction and I'll be on your level, one of these days when I grow up, you know what I'm
Shit, I'm
saying?
trying to get on your level. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to do. We got Jakar Lee talking about some hot Cheetos mac and cheese. Oh, is that what she's making? Oh, wow. Okay. And flaming hots, not Cheetos, says Lee, or says Diz to Lee. Is that what you're gonna be looking to make, V?
No. See, I be cooking like oxtail, roast, stuff like that. I don't cook that.
I
I
know
don't
you
cook stuff
lying.
like
I ain't
that.
never
I
seen you with no
swear.
oxtail.
Let me get my baby in here.
No. Don't get it. Don't get it. I believe you. I believe you. I don't want no problems. No
V said you better
problems.
put some respect on her name.
You know
Right.
what
I be cooking that
I'm
real food.
saying? Okay. I ain't mad at you. I can't wait to see you do what you do. Jakar Lee said same thing. And he also said lemon pepper oxtails. Uh, so it looks like Kay might have dropped out. I know she was having some issues earlier. Hopefully we can get her back in here before we get too far in the way. But yeah, so what is your go-to meal that you would make, V?
Um, hmm. So I make like a lot of pasta. Sienna love when I make. We was talking about this the other day. Chicken tetrazzini, and it's
Okay.
basically like a chicken pasta. And she loves that. And then when it's cold outside, I make Olive Garden's rendition of Zuppa Toscana soup. She loves that one as well. So
Oh wow.
I'm trying to
Okay.
get Aunt Dolores to give me some of her recipes.
Oh yeah, she got
She holding on
them a
them
lot.
tight.
Yeah, she ain't trying to let
Jesus.
them go.
Right.
But yeah, okay. Well, that sounds delicious. That's crazy because one of my sisters were talking about how they just made chicken tortellini.
Tetrazzini.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that Tetris. So yeah. All right. Now, how do you make yours? 'Cause I know she she does hers in a crock pot. How do you do yours?
I use a pot. So I got me a Dutch oven and I'm in love with it. And I cook a lot of stuff up in there, but oh, and then I recently made like a whole chicken. Like I stuffed it with like um lemon, basil, rosemary, thyme, lemon, a lot of good. I get the good butter when I want to show out. So you know how I be. And I
Yeah.
put it in that Dutch oven. That has been my most favorite thing to cook in. So I cook everything in there. But I think the crock pot is good for like when you on the go to, because especially since I work a lot, like putting it on low and leaving it to cook. I feel like it'll turn out great in the crock pot as well. I just haven't tried it.
Okay. Well, let's get this thing moving right along. Let's see. We got Jakar Lee said come up off those recipe, Aunt Dolores. I hear that.
Please.
And his wrist said Tetris. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Valves. How do I say that? She said, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up to you, man? Glad that you are here. I see you got the binoculars in. Glad that you are here. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, let's get some of these things going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play some clips. I want to get y'all opinion on it. I'll ask y'all some questions. You as I'll Mirandarize you right now. You do not have to answer any of my questions. You can plead the fifth on anything. Okay. So you do not have to answer anything, but if it so fits and you want to, you feel free to do so. All right. You're not under any obligation to do so. All right. So now that you've been Mirandarized, let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, so let's see. What's the first one? Where do we want to start with this one? Let's see the struggle. Let's see what the struggle talking about. What is this one? Yeah, we're gonna see what the struggle talking about. Let's check this struggle out. Whew, they say the struggle real. I have no idea what the struggle is about, but we're gonna listen to it and see what she talking about in regards to where's the struggle at? You know what? They do not put my thing in order. Oops. Nope. Here we go.
Hey, babe.
All right. So this is the struggle. As you can see, she has a caption. She's about to respond to this. All right. It says, us black men can do better. No more struggle, love with I guess supposed to be black women. Save yourself, black men. I think that's what that stands for. Look at this. What I want you to do is pay attention to his face, but let's see what happens.
Babe! So this guy seems to think that black men need to stop struggling with black women. Are you struggling with me?
Me today? No.
In general?
Nah, I don't struggle with you.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. So he also doesn't have a profile picture. He only has like 31 followers.
Oh, he's ugly then. That's what that is.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah. And only conservative white women find him attractive.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, that was all shade. All shade. You know, I take that back. That's actually an insult. I'm so sorry, ladies. I'm so sorry because I don't even think you want Buddy either.
All right, so this is apparently something I have not heard of this before, but this is something that was said. First off, V, what do you think about his reaction to our question?
Him saying, "What you mean today? No, not today. Today is good. We cool today." I know we ain't easy to deal with, but come on now. Sometimes men ain't either.
Okay, so now because that struck me a little bit that he was like today, like
yeah, we good today.
Yeah,
today.
And then he hit it with that shoot. No, you know, it's all good. I don't want to get in trouble. But is that a thing? Are guys saying that?
This is my first time hearing about it. I've never. Okay. I don't know if that's some type of trend or something, but this is definitely my first time hearing about struggle love from a man's standpoint.
Okay. Your mic messing up too, by the way. You might have to plug it out and plug it back in. Kay, first off, what did you think about his response to her question of is it a struggle to deal with her?
Obviously it is, the way he hesitated.
Yeah, it seemed like
he act like he was trying to come up with the right answer quick.
Yes. If you gave the wrong answer, it was gonna be some trouble. So is this a thing? Like I said, I haven't heard of this. Is this a thing that you've ever heard of?
I mean, I've heard it before, but I mean, black women struggle with black men too. But I mean, I don't think that, it's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? There's very few, that I've heard say that, they struggle with more with black women than they do any other race.
Mm-hmm. I have
Wait,
never heard of it in that context. I think she was more. I thought it was like a funny thing. Now, I have heard of struggle of, but you just begging somebody to do right. But I don't think she meant it in that context.
okay. Yeah, I don't. This is new. I've never heard it, so I was like, man, let me bring it to y'all. See if y'all know anything about it. Let me see what DisRiz says. DisRiz says he cocked. Okay, DisRiz.
He cockeyed.
DisRiz. Come on, sir, get it together here. He said today, laugh out loud. That brother struggling. I think he was struggling to get the right answer. For sure. He did not want those issues. Now, this is something that I did want to talk to you. I kind of remember a little bit about it. There was a video, but it had music in it, and I didn't want to get copyrighted. So what I'll do is he said, hold on, Lee said Becky would never ask something like that. Oh, come on now. Come on. Carly, keep that to yourself, man. Keep that to yourself. Not over here. It's a positive vibe.
He would say something like that.
He would say something like that, right? That sounds just like that guy. So
trying to tear the sisters down.
Trying to tell. Come on now, say that again. Amen. But there was a question that was posed on there, and I do want to ask you all. I'm going to ask you on both sides, but let me see if I can pull. Oh, you know what? I might have to select this. Let me see. Something black. Okay, so sorry about that. I have to. I guess it split them up. I think this is the one I want to ask. Okay, so or no, I think that's for the men. But I'll go ahead and since it's already up here. So it says, what are something that Black women can do to help you feel more respected and protected and loved? I know y'all are not men, but since it's the first one that's up here, I'll go ahead and ask you that question. But I am going to ask you the opposite on the flip side. But from your perspective of what you think a man would answer, what would be the answer to that?
Let them lead.
Okay.
Take a backseat to some things.
Okay. All right. Okay. Did you have anything for that? What you would assume that man would say to that question?
I agree with V, but I want to also add to that is to listen and stop overthinking everything and stop trying to answer the question so much and just, let him figure some things out for the two of you.
Okay. Yeah, well, in the comment section, if there's any women in the comment section, which Valvies sounds like a lady. I don't know if you are. No disrespect if you're not. But if you are, please feel free to answer that question. I really would like to know. But this is the one that I really want to know because I think it'll give men an insight to women here. So V, what are some things Black men can do to help you feel more protected, respected, and loved?
Listen to us, try to understand us, like validate our feelings. Because a lot of the times, we get told like, oh, it's not that deep. It's deep, especially to a woman. It's definitely deep to me because I'm a Cancer. But, just a couple off top.
Okay.
Listen and understand and validate our feelings.
That's funny that you said that because I actually got a clip for that as well. So I think that you're spot on with that one with a lot of women. And same question to you, Kay. What is something that Black men can do to help you feel more protected, respected, and loved?
Just have our back. I'm not saying if we are out of line, I'm saying condone that, but I'm saying, if, you see, us in a situation, just try to be there.
Okay. Can you get a little more specific with that? Like what does that look like to you?
Like say like you have friends that don't necessarily know your girl like that, but always have some critiques, for her that not to be true, but because it's your friends, you don't want to, too much say anything. Try to speak up for her, You know what I'm saying? Show, you know what I'm saying? Show her that you love her.
Okay. Okay.
You
Awesome.
know.
Awesome. All right. My headphones disconnected. All right, there it goes. Okay, cool. That sounds good. And matter of fact, I think this next clip speaks to what you were saying, V. We'll take a quick look at that if I can find it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Please, on behalf of Black women, this is one thing we want y'all to know right now. When we bring to light an issue or an experience, when we are expressing our grievances or our troubles that come with being a Black woman in this world, it is not your opportunity to tell us how you ain't like that or how you don't personally do the thing we're talking about. So therefore it must not be that common. Stop acting like the clear-colored people of our race. If you don't know what else to do, just listen. That's it. Listen.
All right, if you don't know what to do, just listen. Is that kind of on the realm of what you were talking about, V?
Yes, but in every aspect, not just the topic at which was on hand with her about the struggles of being a Black woman, but like our day-to-day struggles. I may come home and want to vent about work. Yeah, if you don't do nothing else, just vent. Just look at me and nod. Nod yes. And an occasional, that's crazy, babe. That'll do.
Dude, all right, so
interact.
So what I will say, man, is that this is actually gold. This is something that is actually true. Now, actually, you know what? Before I get into that, I'll go ahead and go to Kay. Kay, what do you think about the video?
I mean, I agree with me. You know, sometimes we just want to vent, you know, our issues and our problems, and we just need somebody to sit there and listen to us. And what better to go than to go to the person that we with? You know, we're supposed to be able to talk to each other about everything. So why I can't come to you and, you know, let you know how I'm feeling about, you know, whatever it is bothering me.
Yeah. And what I was gonna say is yeah, that's what you both are saying is really, really gold. So I've done therapy. And one of the things I've done couple therapy, and one of the things that I've learned and that I don't think a lot of men know is that men and women communicate differently. And I think that's something that women would have to learn about men as well, is that we're natural fixers. So if you come and tell us a problem, we're looking at how to solve the problem. But what I had to learn is that no, sometimes you just want to get shit out. So that is very, very, very important for all the men that are listening, that may listen later on. Sometimes it's good to listen, and V hit it right on the head. She gave y'all the answer. Just throw in the what?
That's crazy.
that bitch tripping.
Right.
She's tripping. I don't know why she did that.
Do. If you don't like
See, and the thing is, y'all gotta learn how to console us sometimes too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some things that might not necessarily be important to you is important to us. You know what I'm saying? Like B was saying, you know, we go through stuff too, just like y'all go through stuff. So, you know, it hurts us when we ain't got nobody to talk to. You know, especially, you know, we supposed to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You want, you know, you want to keep outside people out of your relationship. I'm supposed to be able to come to you no matter if you want to hear it or not, and vice versa.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that it definitely needs to be a line of communication open. But again, I don't think that we are, as people, are educated on how to effectively communicate. So the fact that she made that little piece PSA is not bad, and you guys also dropping that tidbit of jewels right there, I think is also something that if men want to know how to better communicate, I think that they should definitely pick up what you're talking about. So yeah, all right, great. Hey man, it's kind of quiet in the comment section. Y'all can talk about anything you want to talk about. If you got any questions for me, let us know. Maybe we just making too much sense. You know what I'm saying? It could be just so good that you just captivated. So I'll let you do you. And if you got anything you want to bring to us, please do so. So what I want to check out this one, this next one has to do with something called, I think it's something with men's stereotype. Let's take a look at that real quick.
About what white people can do to be better allies. This month I want to do the same for men. I want to give you specific tips on how you can be better allies to women. Before I do that, there is a stereotype I need you to get rid of if you have any hope of being helpful. I need you to throw away the idea that men are logical and women are emotional. When it comes to being allies to women, that is one of the most dangerous things that you can believe as a man. Why? Because misogyny is a concept that makes no sense. It is not based in fact. And if you believe in the Captain Logical stereotype, in every instance of misogyny you encounter, your first instinct will be to find a logical reason for it. He did that because she was dressed that way, and naturally, women should get paid less because logically they're not as strong, and so this isn't misogyny, y'all just being too sensitive. We don't have all the context. You keep giving him attention, that's why he keep doing it. Do you see?
Oh, sorry about that. V, had my mic was muted. V, what do you think about what she said?
I feel like what she said was right. Like, throw that other stuff out the window before you could be an ally to women. But like what you said earlier about us being into men. Well, no, you saying that men are logical thinkers. So I was like, we come to y'all talking about our job and stuff. Y'all be like, oh, well, just quit then. Don't work there no more. But that's not really logical. I can't really just quit my job. I feel like what she said, we need to get to an understanding. You have to understand me. Doesn't mean I want to quit my job. Doesn't mean I want to not be friends with such and such. Doesn't mean, I'm just venting and I want not a supportive answer, not the most logical answer, a supportive answer.
Okay. And no, I didn't say logical. I said problem solvers.
Well, problem solvers, yeah.
Yeah. So hence why if you're saying you got a problem with your job, get a new job.
Right.
Or if you don't like such and such,
y'all want to say.
Yeah.
Get a new friend.
Well, because and that's because that's how we're wired, right? So if this is not working, then you need to do this. Right. But again, that's why I say it's important for us to know the communication skills of the woman that you're with. And know that, yes, she may not be looking for an answer. She just may be looking for an ear. So, Kay, what do you think? But I'm gonna come back to you, V. What do you think about what she said, Kay?
I think this goes along the lines of actually learning your partner and knowing who your partner is. Knowing when they're just venting or when they actually need you to solve a problem. Yeah, I agree with V though. And what she, everything that she said, but yeah, men need to, learn us too, not just, having us learn, what their likes and their dislikes and how they communicate. They need to learn how we communicate too.
Okay. Let me see what Mr. DisRiz talking about real quick. Mr. DisRiz says she slapped him so hard he can look at her and her phone at the same time. Come on, man.
My God.
Come on, man. We gotta do better. We gotta come on now. He lost me with that one. So okay, so no, so to what y'all were saying, since you agree with Ms. V, Kay, what would you say to someone that would say that you're trying to change men's who men are, in by saying that men can't be logical if men are by nature logical?
Wait a minute, say that again.
What would you say to the person, because the lady said that first thing men have to do is stop the stereotype. The stereotype being that men are logical and women are emotional. So what would you say if someone said that by that premise, you're trying to stop a man from being who he truly is? Either one of y'all can jump in on there.
I don't think that you're trying to stop a man from being who he is. I think that you're basically trying to tell the man, I mean, getting the man to sit up there and not try to solve the problem, not try to be logical at this time, just, sit there listening. It's not changing the person. It's letting the person know that, this is what I need you to be right now. I understand that, you want to help me solve this problem, but this is not about solving the problem. This is about what I'm going through, and I just need you to console me at this time.
But what if, in order for us to be able to do that, we had to be logical?
But how though? When you're just listening,
Because
why
logically,
do you need to? Yeah, why do you need to be logical when you just listening?
well, I'm glad that you asked the question, Kay. Uh, Logically, I would look at the situation and say, logically, I would want to fix this. But logically, women are emotional. So logically, if it's not about, if I'm looking for a certain outcome, logically I have to do something in a certain way, right? So if most of the time I may want to get back to watching TV, but you're over here talking to me. So my logic would tell me
Mm,
that I would need to focus on you, say my uh-huhs, okay, that bitch is crazy, until you stop and you say, okay, thank you for listening to me, and you go back to doing what you're doing, then I can do what I can do. But if you're telling me that, first off, I need to, as a man, I have to cut out what I am, which is being logical. I feel like that right there is undercutting men.
I feel like it's nothing wrong with a man being both. I feel like I would never want to undercut a man for being logical because women are logical too when it comes to some things. But men need to be learn how to be a little bit more emotional in all aspects of life, not just their relationship with their partners. Like, you know, everybody thinks what says females are really emotional, where their mothers are females, their daughters are females. Like, it would help them better understand like their relationships with women as a whole. Like, I don't think men should stop completely being logical, but they could scale it back. Like,
Well, that's what she said. She said that I want to teach men to become allies. And in order to do so, you have to get rid of this stereotype. She called it a stereotype that men are logical and that women are emotional.
I feel like it is like a stereotype because not all men are logical. We have
What about the
emotional men out
majority?
there. Okay, well, we got some logical women out there, and we have some emotional men out there.
What about the majority?
Mm,
the
I think it's
majority are not.
50-50.
The majority are not
I think it's 50-50.
Okay.
because because um based off of some of the decisions that some men make for their life, does not necessarily mean that they're logical people.
As a man, I would definitely say emotions. Men are emotional, but they're not emotional the same way that women are emotional. I feel a lot of times women don't count that. They say you have to be emotional the way that I'm emotional, or else it doesn't count. So I think that
No,
if okay,
well,
No,
I would
not.
appreciate.
Go ahead, V.
she might have cut out.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say was no, not necessarily emotional, but just more understanding of the things that the woman is saying or going through. It's you know um, I don't like that word emotional at all because it for a man to, I mean, that's it's like people say that
They
men
use it
are
as an
weak because they
insult.
cry, but they should cry.
Hmm.
Right. They should cry in some instances. You know what I'm saying? You can't bottle it all up because, when it do come out, it's tends to be more violent than anything.
But
So,
what? But
it's not necessarily that, they're being emotional. It's more like being more understanding towards their partner.
Hmm.
but what if that's the way we're made?
I feel like men can show emotions. They might
I'm not.
not show emotions like women, but they can show emotions. Like, show, give me what you got. If you're not a crier, then you ain't got to cry. But you know, do a little sad face or something. Like, come
So,
on now.
what would you say based off of y'all answer? What if a man said, "Hey, look,
I think,
it
wait a
seems
minute,
like
I'm sorry, E, for cutting you off, but I just want to add this in. I think the main point of, see, people, I think, okay, so I think they're confusing emotion with feeling. You know what I'm saying? We rather for men to show more feeling than emotion, than being emotional. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And I think people are confusing the two, you know.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, I can see how that could be. I just I I was I was gonna ask I was gonna ask something. I forgot what it was now. Maybe it might come back to me. But I'm gonna read the comment section real quick. Give me a second. It says, on some real ish, that's one reason why I wouldn't start over. I've been with the wife 21 years. Congratulations for that one, man. Can we get a I don't know what we need, some horn or something? Yeah, let's get a horn for that one. All right, 21 years. And I ain't starting over. Says there's Riz, meaning we've learned each other. So I don't want to learn anyone else. I've put in too much time to learn this one. To start over is like chasing my tail. Descartes Lee says when men get emotional, women call them sassy. So which is it? Damn, man. Hold on. I got to put the AK out for
Yeah,
that
see,
one.
I don't think I see the thing is it's not emotion that women are looking for men to express. It's their feelings that they're expecting for men to express. You know what I'm saying? Because emotion has a lot to do with, being sad, crying, this, that, and the other. But expressing their feelings, is, expressing what's on their heart, what's on their mind, and what's in their soul. So,
And it might look different for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this is what I was going to ask. Um, I think you ladies said that okay, well let me ask you. Do you think women know men better or do you think men know women better?
Mm,
Understand.
honestly,
I
I
don't
think
know
that
either.
I think women understand men better. That's how
Okay.
a lot of these women are out here manipulating the majority of the men out here.
Okay. And what about you, V?
I think we don't understand each other. I feel like you really got to be with somebody to really understand it. I can't come to no man with no preconceived notion about no man or anything like that. Just like he can't come to me like that. Um, it's. I think it's neither.
Neither. Okay. Because I asked because I think that men understand women a little bit more than the opposite way, and this is why I think this is because if 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 a male tells you that that's just not how he's built, or if men in general is just not built that way, and then still expect him to do that, that seems unfair. Whereas if you have the men saying, well, hey, look, if this is how you communicate with women, you have to be, you don't answer or just listen, don't do these things. It seemed like men would be more receptive to understanding the way that women are than it is men, because it seemed like the women are saying, yeah, but I want you to do it this way. Versus saying, okay, you know what? Maybe he doesn't show it in the way that I am familiar with people showing emotions or feelings. But
right.
that's just what it is.
I know people, so women are different. So I know somebody in a similar situation that if they don't say exactly what they want to hear, baby, you might as well told them to kiss. They might as well told her to kiss their ass. Like, I'm like, he's saying it the best way he can, because he's telling the girl, like, I'm trying my best. I don't know how to communicate what you want the way you want me to, but I'm communicating, like, how I know how.
The best way he knows how. Yeah.
And she like that.
And the thing about it too is a lot of women feel like men should be mind readers. So, they should automatically know this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make sense to me, because your wants and needs change with time. So, I mean, I just don't get that part of it.
So would you?
Like, it depend on a person.
So would you recant your answer then?
Who, me?
Who?
Both y'all. Y'all said the same answer.
No.
So you still think that women know men better than men know women, or understand?
Yes,
I'll go ahead and recant.
Okay. Hey, growth is growth. I'll take it. All right. Because we just had the conversation. Matter of fact, so much so that I agree with what you said, Kay, is that because I think a lot of times they do expect men to be mind readers. For one instance, I did hear a story about a woman who told her man that she wanted flowers. Guess what her man did?
Bought her flowers.
Went and got her flowers.
Now she like, why did I have to tell you?
No. She said, well,
okay.
She was like, well, is that it? No candy? No, nothing else? But she asked for flowers. He got what she asked for, but she expected him to do more without telling him.
You're dealing with. Yeah.
You got to.
I mean, some men will go above and beyond, and just some men are going to do what you ask. Like, she just been grateful.
Most men are going to do what you ask, because we're straightforward creatures. Right? If you say this is what you want, then that's what we're going to do. And we're pleasers. We are pleasers. A lot of us are pleasers. So we're going to try to make you happy. Right? So, but you have to be direct. But not only that, just imagine if you could never be good enough. You know what I'm saying? Within a relationship, because you're doing what they're telling you to do, but then it's like, it's not enough. That's So that's just one more example.
It hurts a lot. It does. Because, you think you're doing the right thing, and they turn around and shoot it down or try to embarrass you in front of people. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of these relationships based on social media, what they see on social media. So I was playing the game with my boyfriend, and I seen these cute little questions, and so I was like, we're gonna play the question game or whatever. He answered them the best way he knew how, but because them questions ain't look like the ones on TikTok, I said game over. But I had to realize.
Oh man. Yeah.
Too much. I told myself, and I caught myself, because wasn't nothing wrong with the answers. They were exactly how he felt about me, and I love him for that. And that's when I had to tell myself, like, I can't let social media run my relationship. I can't let social media get involved with how the roles we play in each other's lives and stuff like that. Because a lot of times we see stuff like that, like the girl may have seen, a man going above and beyond, but that's just not the man you got. But he'll do anything else for you. It ain't like he don't want to. He just might not know how. And we just get caught up in social media a lot of the times. I'm so grateful. Now, I'm not saying go out there and accept the bare minimum from a man, because if he wanted to, he would. And obviously he wanted to. That's why he went out and got her the flowers when she asked. But be grateful, because don't run off a good man because he didn't buy you a Reese cup with your flowers. Now you doing too much. Too much.
He did exactly what she wanted. That's what's so crazy. Right. So it's like, oh my goodness. But yeah, you're 100% right. I do think that people put too much stock, because look, social media is fake, right? So they got plenty of time they could have shot this thing 40, 50 times before they sent it to you, and now it looks like it's all perfect. So, never judge. You're 100% right. Do not compare your relationship based off of somebody else's TikTok or meme. 100%.
Not just somebody else's TikTok or meme, but somebody else's relationship, period. Because, just because a person man is doing, what you expect for your man to do, he might not have the means to, do that.
But he doing
Or
the
he
best he
might have his
can.
own,
Yeah,
or he
Mhm.
might have his own way of expressing how he feels to you, and then it's not necessarily the same way that you
Mhm.
see one of your friends, are just getting that expression.
Right.
yeah,
Everybody's love
A
language
lot of
is
women,
different.
right? A lot of women tend to shut a lot of men down for that too, and I don't get
Mhm.
that, especially if he's a good man.
Mhm. Mhm. I agree
yeah.
with
I
Kay.
definitely agree. So yeah, all right. You still standing by yours, Kay? I'm gonna mess with you one more time before we go on.
Yes, I'm standing by mine.
All right, all right. Hey, man. Hey, some people get the lesson, some people don't. Uh, we gonna we gonna keep it rolling. Jakar Lee says, when men get emotional, women call. Oh, I think I already read that one. Disriz says, I wish the wife would call me sassy. It's gonna be some furniture moving going on around here. Says Disriz. Jakar Lee says, got to keep them emotions/feelings bottled up. I do not agree with that 100%. I do not agree with that. I think that it is
And
important to
that's
get your.
why he is the way that he is.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Mm-mm.
whoa! Shots fired. Hold on, wait a
Mm-mm.
minute. God damn! Don't.
Cue the shots fired sound.
Yeah, god damn! I'll do it again. Shit, she said it. All right, we gonna keep it moving. Let me see. We got okay, so I know that some of y'all, if not both of y'all, got some mans. I know one of y'all for sure got some mans. But there is a talk about dating in the black community. I want to know what y'all think about what this young lady had to say.
And dating in the black community is very much so different.
I wanted to hop on this because what she said is very, very, very accurate. Dating in the black community, especially for black women, is very, very hard. I mean, normally when a black guy comes to you and says you want to get together, you want to hang out, you want to go out, it's code for do you want to come back to my place? There has yet to be any black guy who has asked me to go out with them and they have not said, oh, we're just gonna go back to mine. And then my ex did take me out on dates, but like I told him that I hated planning anything because I'm always the planner for everything. And the day before the date, he told me to think of everything. So I had to do that. Then he didn't have no car, even though he lied and said he did. So we took mine and I let him drive. But then he looked over and said, oh yeah, I don't have a driver's license. So we had to switch and I had to drive. Then when we got there, I had to pay for like half the food. And that happened for like every single one of our dates. So when white guys started asking me out on dates, they actually took me out and I had like anxiety because I didn't know how to even function in that setting.
Woo, she said a lot on that one. V, what do you got for me? Based off what she's talking about.
I mean, that very well could have been her experience. I've never dated outside of my race. I love black men. Um, with black men, I've never had that experience of going on dates. I've had other um not so positive experience, but going out on dates and getting picked up and getting my dates paid for, that has never been an issue for me. So I can't really speak on that, but I've heard, where, my friends had have to pick up they men to come over to their house just to sleep with them. They don't feed them or nothing. So I mean, it is hard, but I can't speak. I don't know anybody who's dated outside their race, so I really can't speak a whole lot on that.
Hold on. First off, let me just say, go ahead, V. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Right.
That ain't never happened to me. I don't know nothing about what you talking about.
Right.
That ain't never been one of my problems. Go ahead and talk your shit. I ain't mad at it. Let me, K. Emil, what do you think about what she was saying?
I think it's based off of how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself to be a one night stand, or the man got a base whether he wants to be in a relationship with you by how your sex is. It's all in how you present yourself to him. So I mean, in some instances, you can't fault him for thinking that You just was good for a good time in the bedroom.
Oh shit. Okay. So wait. So is it her fault she had that experience with her ex?
I mean, like I said, he's an ex, which means she went for it, which means she,
You were
what I'm
breaking.
saying, didn't shut
You
it
start over,
down
Kay.
when
You
it first
were breaking
started
up, Kay.
happening, which means it was
Hey,
repeatedly. You know what I'm saying?
can you say that again? I was trying to stop you
So
before you got too far. You were breaking up.
I said, she said that he's an ex, which means that it was repeatedly done to her by the same person, which means she condoned it, which
Okay.
means obviously she likes him enough to go through the experience with him. So yes, it is her fault that she continually, repeatedly went through the experience because
Okay.
she didn't shut it
Okay.
I
down
will
in the
say,
beginning.
I don't blame. I mean, I blame her for carrying on. But when a man first approach you, you never think that that's gonna be the outcome. Like I don't know why that demographic of men targeted her, and then she had better luck with white men. It could happen to anybody, really. I mean, but I wouldn't go for it. Once I found out what I found out, like you don't got no car bags. Oh no, we can't function. But you know, I don't know. I don't know why that certain demographic targeted her because I think she said, which did she say ex or other black men too?
No, she said X.
Was just her ex.
Just that X.
Well,
Yeah.
then she really can't base it off of that. That was just one person. You don't know what the next black man might want from you. You get what I'm saying? He might be willing to take you on a
And I,
date and show up for you.
and I and I think it's the type of men that she you know what I'm
Right.
saying, attracted.
Entertain,
You know what I'm
attract,
saying?
yes.
You
Hmm.
know, how you present yourself is what you attract. So she
True.
presented herself to attract those type of men.
All right, Kay, you making too much sense now because I definitely was looking to see what you're gonna say. And yes, I do think that you're 100% on the spot on. Like I agree with you too, V. If it's the first time and this happens, you didn't know. But she said it was an ex and it happened repeatedly after. The fact that she wanted him to plan, he didn't. She ended up planning. The fact that he didn't have a car, which is okay, but then
She
he had
said
a
that before
license.
anything. She should
They
have
didn't
really left
have a
him.
license. She let him drive her car, didn't have a license. That was a no-no. The fact that you're paying for half, I don't mind that at all either way. But she said she was doing it for every day. So I mean, if you deserve that. Like you not to
Dude,
say that you deserve it, but you settled for that. Like you said, okay.
she settled for that.
Yeah, she
But that
signed
don't
on for
speak
that.
for all black men. That don't speak for all black men. If she had
No.
one bad experience with a black man and wanted to hop to a white man, then so be it. But don't speak for all black men, especially from one experience. Now, if you done had a lot, then I can understand. But
Now,
it's
so to Kay's point though, do you think that if you've had a lot, then that says something about you?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because if you couldn't find one man to treat you right, then I don't know. She's doing something wrong, or she in the wrong area.
Okay. Okay. Matter of fact, man, who needs to do better in the comment section? Let me know. Do men need to do better in the dating world, or do women need to do better in the dating world? Let me know because I'm gonna ask y'all exactly the same question. But first, I'm going to get. You can simply put men or women. You don't have to put the whole thing. Just put men or women. I'm gonna check out some of these comments. I know I asked this before, so but just play along with me real quick. Gotta keep them emotions bottled up. Okay. More to love says, "Hey fam, hey fam, what it do?" More to love also says speak child. I get you. All right. It says speak child. All right, there you go. Jacquard Lee says all she is doing is just dating don't have no color. Just know that you are willing to accept and stand on it, but that's just me being who I am. What does that mean? Dating has no color. Does anybody know what that means?
I
He's
guess that
saying
it
that
ain't just
you
to
don't
black
necessarily have
people.
to date within your race. You just dating. So if you dating outside of your race, it's just dating. It's not like you get married.
So
to
is
that
there a
person.
difference between dating outside your race and marrying outside your race?
I wouldn't know. I've never dated outside my race, so I couldn't
Oh,
even
okay.
tell you.
Excuse me, Kay. Hey, Kay ain't down with the swirl, she said. I don't mind. V, is there a difference between dating outside of your race and marrying outside your race?
I mean, kind of, because you're just dating. Like dating could be like experiment and like, oh, I just want to figure out, how compatible I am with somebody outside of my race. But settling down with somebody opposite race of you or different race of you, this is a totally different thing because y'all gonna live the rest of y'all lives together. So I mean, it ain't a bad thing, but I mean, it is. I feel like it's two different things.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. I wouldn't have never thought of it as being different. All right. More to love says true, Ms. V. When you do what you always do, you will get the same result. Um, all right. I see nobody put in men or women in the comment section. So I know it's a scary question, so I understand your apprehension to be able to put down whether it was men or women who need to do better. So I'm going to ask the ladies here on the panel. You do not have to answer the question, of course, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Who do you think need to do better when it comes to dating? Can't say both. V, go ahead.
Men, I feel like men. I feel like men need to do better at, planning a date. I like spur of the moment things too, but I like things that put a little effort and a little thought into it. It makes it makes me feel, special, and I like to feel special in a relationship.
Okay.
And then I make my man feel special
I hear that. I don't like that
in
laugh.
a good
Don't do
way.
that. Don't do that again. Don't do that laugh again. I forgot the damn question already. Who do you think needs to do better in relationships, men or women?
I mean, I know men are visual creatures, so they go off of what they see, but I think they need to do better in picking, who they're gonna be with because, character says a lot about a person. And, if you're picking a person based off of just how they look, that lets me know that you are not of good character and you don't
Okay.
make good choices.
Okay. And how would you rate? Like, what do you think? Is the dating scene right now good or bad?
It's trash.
Okay. What do you think, V? Good or bad?
I'm in a relationship, but prior to that, baby, it got doo doo in it. The dating pool
Got doo
got
doo
doo doo
in it.
in it,
Do in it. Okay. I
honey.
see more to love says it's men. Okay. I think y'all are in consensus on that one. So let me ask this one in. Who is responsible for the status of the dating community right now? V, men, women, cannot say both.
You said who is the status? What you mean?
Who's responsible for the status of the dating right now? You said it was boo boo,
As
so
far
who's
as it being
responsible?
doo doo,
Yeah.
men, 100% men.
100% men. All right, all right. And why is that?
I'm gonna say women
Okay.
because women are turned to hoes out here, and so now men expect for all women to act like hoes.
Okay. And V, why do you think it's men?
Mm, because that's what the men like, and so that's what women show up as. But another thing is, um, men aren't doing buying flowers no more. They not pulling up with flowers. They pulling up. They kick it in the house. Want to smoke weed in your car. Don't want to put no effort into nothing. Like the stories
And
my friends have told me is horrible. I would never go for that. But I mean,
but
it's
see,
turning
it's
out
the
the
women fault because they condoning that. So
yeah.
every
And now
woman that
men are
the
thinking
men
all
approach,
women
they
are
gonna
like
do that
that.
with all
Hmm.
exactly. As long as the women sit up there and go for that type of behavior, they're gonna accept it and vice versa.
All right, all right. Ms. Zaya says men, they select wives. Wait, hold on. Men what? Men are responsible for how bad it is? Is that what she's saying? I think. Little boys want hoes, men want women, says Jacarly. I'm sorry, I didn't even put them up. I'm just over here reading them. Isaiah says men, they select wives. So men, I think she's saying that men are responsible for the status of the dating because they select wives. I think is what she's saying. And
Yeah, they
Jakar,
should be, but their choices ain't good because they're not looking at the character. They just looking on the outside. If what
okay,
looks good on their arm.
okay. And Jakar Lee says little boys want hoes and men want women. So did you want to clarify that, Ms. Zaya? Because um I'm with K. And I think V might have turned the leaf on it too. So I would be with y'all because I do think that it's women, because I do think that um matter of fact, we're gonna see what the lady has to say about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear from a man's perspective, you want to hear from a lady's perspective. Let's see what the young lady got to say about it.
Men to be better men. Not, oh, women need to choose better. Look, men have more power in society. They need to be held accountable more than we do.
We do not need to tell dusty men that they need to be better because who cares about dusty men? Keep them in the dust. But also, women have the power and hold the power in society, not men. When I say dusty men, that's exactly who I am talking about. The dusty men. Not all men, the dusty ones. The ones that you say need to do better.
All right, so this is an argument that me and Prophet have gotten into a lot of the time. So in my stance, I say women have to be the ones to step up and make the change. He says it's men. This is the reason why I say it's women, is because in order for the men to change, the women would have to change who they're allowing access to. But with that being said, because I think she's going to get into it later, I'm gonna check back on that. What do you think about what she said, V?
I think she's right. I feel like women hold the power. You know, if we stop letting certain people in our spaces and stop letting certain things dictate how we, you know, maneuver like with men, then they'll probably start looking at us, differently. Like, I don't know. Social media have this hold on us like, oh yeah, he need to have a stack. He need to be a drug dealer. He gotta be money bag. Yo, I want to be like Ari. Like, that's the type of women we have. We have a lot of. I'm not gonna say just that's all we have, but that's what women is turning into now. That's all men want, and they don't respect that. They don't respect those women. Those women still getting lied to, cheated on, and disrespected.
All right, well said.
Yeah,
I
but at
definitely
the
agree with
same
that.
time, they end up being some men first choices though.
Say what?
Right, but they do end up being the first choice, but they still getting disrespected and lied to and
Wait,
cheated
wait. What do
on.
you mean by first choice?
The men would go for the woman with the big butt, the small waist, and you know what I'm saying, the that's dolled up, so to speak. You know what I'm saying, with the weave, the nails, all that, before they go with the average looking woman.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Because I think that you attract who you are. So I think that there's a certain caliber that probably wouldn't find that attractive.
But see,
But
it's not just the rappers and stuff that's going for that type of woman. It's the majority of the men out here that's going for that type of woman.
now again, because I know as far as the marriage though. So if the choices were to go to be attractive now, but possibly not marry later, if marriage is your end goal, would it be wise to go down that route? Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be wise to go down that route, but they do. They marry them. They would marry them before they marry, somebody who's of good character that don't look like what they see on social media. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They'll go with the one that they don't see on social media after they experience the ones that look like the ones on social media.
I think that sleep with wise, yeah, but I'm trying to think of all the people that
No,
I know.
marry.
So, for instance, who was somebody that married? somebody that look like that.
We watched the video. We watched the video yesterday on not yesterday. Y'all watched the video on King of Spades of the wedding.
But she didn't look like that.
Oh, I guarantee you she is.
She did. She
Just
looked.
based off of her
She didn't
character
look.
itself at the wedding.
She did not look nothing like that.
Of course not. She's not gonna look. It's her wedding.
Okay. All right. So, with that being said, I want to take a look at the other part of this. I know she said something else. I want to check this out real quick.
I opened my Twitter yesterday and saw a man getting a you-know-what by 3 women at what appeared to be a pool party. The video then started to show all of the sexual acts that was happening, and it actually was a festival for Black people. These men were given sex, and they did not need to court. They did not need to get to know the woman. They did not need to do anything. And this is very similar to how they live their lives, putting in the least amount of effort and getting everything in return. They are able to bounce from woman to woman, and we are wanting to tell them to be better. But here's the thing. If you know how men think, you know they're very simple and very logical. And it logically does not make sense to become better when you can get whatever the hell you want with little to no effort.
Damn, there goes that L word again. I remember that one lady that told us not to be logical. But with that aside, what do you have to say about that, V?
I mean, it's true. They like, I 100% agree with her. Like, why settle down when you could, or get married or anything when you can just get what you want from whoever you want without any having to put out but the bare minimum? Like that girl who went on a date with that man who had to pay half. Like, why would he even show any effort to pay for a whole dinner? She's gonna pay her half. He's gonna pay his, and she's still gonna drive him home in her car and let him in her house. He probably think he hit the jackpot.
Yeah, and this is why I say women would have to change in order for the fellas to change, because if our objective is to get the max for the minimum, it's achieving.
We need to stop allowing the minimum.
Yeah,
women need to stop allowing the minimum.
Exactly. So, Kay, what do you think about what she said?
I mean, I agree with her. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of women out here that made it too easy for men to be with them. You know, they don't necessarily have to quote unquote put the work in, you know, get to know the person, know their character, are they good wives, will they be a good mother, can they keep a house clean, can they cook? They don't care about all that. It's all about, can I sleep with you? And how easy can I get to it?
Yeah. So because my thing is, I don't know, I might be thinking a little bit off on this one, but I feel like feminism has sold ladies nowadays a bad bill of sale, because it seems like women have gained sexual freedom, but you know, it seems like it's a loss to something else. Like,
y'all could thank Amber Rose for that.
I think. Well, see, I think this is before. I think this is before Amber Rose, though. I think this has been something that's been in the making. I know it's been something that's been in the making for longer than Amber Rose. Amber Rose is just a product of it. But this is something that's been going on.
But see, it was done like, okay, it wasn't so out in the open as it is now, and that's a problem, because you know it got to the point to there's no boundaries at all. You know, and it shouldn't be like that. You know, if you are looking to be a wife, you know, there should be some boundaries and, you know, what you won't do. But if you just gonna, you know, be all out there and have your body exposed to everybody, what's the point of trying to be a wife?
Yeah, because we used to have that saying, leave something to the imagination. Oh, make them wait 90 days. Now they throwing ass the first night, which is their choice.
And 90 seconds.
It's giving 90 seconds. Well, it's not like how it used to be. Like, you would be demoralized back then if you was just out here doing stuff like that. And now I
Yeah.
just feel like, people are using that freedom, they going about it the wrong way. Still keep yourself intact. Still have some morals about yourself and some self-respect. All the self-respect have gone out the window for the sake of, what was it? Sexual freedom. That's just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the ladies got duped. I think the
And
men
that's why
actually
all the STD rates are up in Texas right now.
Hmm.
agreed. Messiah says women have duties to so it goes back to men choosing their wives better. They are out there but go bypass they are out there but get bypassed because of their standards. But see, that's the point though. Then you'll be proving it right because and correct me if I'm wrong, V, but if you have standards and the person that leaves you because you have standards, that's you eliminating the ain't shit dude. Is that not right, V?
Right. I feel like that's true. He just wasn't. He wasn't shit. The right one gonna come along, but see, sometimes people get tired of waiting on the right one, so they just settle for it and conform. But hell no, the right one
Yeah.
gonna come. Don't
No, they
worry.
don't get tired. They don't get tired on waiting on the right one. The right one then came. It wasn't who they wanted to be.
Yes, I believe that too.
Mhm.
Um so uh let me see. Okay, so because to me, yes, I okay, hold on. Messiah says something. But men settle for pretty and it doesn't benefit them. Um, men settle
No,
for
not
pretty, but
necessarily.
it
It ain't
says,
pretty. It ain't about pretty no more. It's about the body now. What your body look like. The face ain't got nothing to do with it no more.
I don't even think it's that. I think really what it is your utility. How useful
Yeah,
are you to me?
easy accessible. Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh,
now,
and
no,
that
well,
too.
hold on, because I think we're talking about two different things. If you're talking
No,
about
I say in that
relations,
too.
okay, but if you're talking about relations, it's about body, looks. That's pretty much it. You don't have to be smart. You don't
Yeah,
even have to
but
speak proper
nowadays
grammar.
people see. But nowadays people don't get in relationships unless you having relations.
And again, that is a way to weed out the people that you may not need to be with. That is not a bad thing. That is actually a very, very good thing.
A very
But we
good
look
tool.
at
Because if
the
he can't,
negative for
if he
some reason.
can't wait, then he need to go. If
Then he need
if
to
you,
go.
yeah, it's like a pre-screen. Dating is like a pre-screen.
Come on now, talk your shit.
Once you see that the man ain't passing, you need to let him go.
Come on now. Come on.
You're
That's
If
just
all
to
crazy.
do
y'all
whatever you
doing
want.
is going from house to house, you need to let them go.
See, because
Right.
what this reminds me of is a saying. Um, you may not agree with the saying, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The saying is that women want the power of men, the privilege of a woman, and the responsibility or accountability of a child. So it's in a sense of saying, well, hey, I want to be able to pick and be with whoever I want to, have that power, but then don't want the responsibility of if something happens or goes bad. Well, you chose that person, number one, especially if you chose that person and had a baby with them, right? And now there's no accountability because now you just say, well, the man isn't shit, right? So it's like, what would you say to somebody that said that quote, V?
I believe it. I
Okay.
believe it. I wouldn't think nothing of. I would wholeheartedly agree because I feel like that's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is for I think a lot of women, not all women, of course. I think there are some great women that know what they're doing out there. Okay, what do you say about that quote?
I mean, I agree with it also. You know, we want husbands so we don't have to take the responsibility of running the household. We just want to live, so to speak. You know, and we don't think of, the type of partners that, we saying yes to. It's just we just thinking about the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Um Let me see. I think Miss Shanti said, "Hey y'all, hey Miss Shanti, what up?"
Where you at?
Yeah, she. Oh, you know what? She actually had to work today. Not at all, Miss Zaya. Says more to love. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna move this thing along. I do not want to get in trouble. Have none of y'all ladies coming after me and be mad. So you know what? While I don't know why. You know what? This movie came to my mind. I want to play this real quick. Just real quick.
My eyes aren't really green.
I don't know why this came to mind.
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
You know what else?
No secret.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Can you seen this before?
Yes, I have. I grew up on it. It came out in the 90s.
You know it. But I want to take a quick clip. Take a quick look at this clip real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Sweetheart, I could do okay just by myself. I can do mediocre by myself. You understand me? I don't want a mediocre person because I'm not mediocre. I'm not a mediocre type of woman. Period. You understand me? So if you got money and you're not spending it, you gotta go. But if you got money, you're spending it, spoiling me, you can stay. And that's the only fucking requirement. I don't have standards. I have requirements. It's a requirement. You have to. There's no other fucking option. I'm not even looking your way. I could do mediocre just by myself, baby.
And that's where they got it all messed up at.
Talk to me. What's up?
She said what she said. She doesn't
said
have standards. She have requirements.
She don't
Ain't
have
nothing wrong with what she said.
It is. It's a lot wrong with what she said, and
But
there's a lot of women like that. It's a lot of women that feel like that, and that's what I'm saying. Those are the type of women that the men go for, because she don't have no standards. All I gotta do is just throw this bag at her, and I get whatever I want from her. I can be with whoever I want to, and she's still gonna stay with me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that part, but that's her own. I feel like that's her personal choice. I wouldn't choose that lifestyle for me. But if she want to get knocked upside the head for a bag, then more power to her.
And a lot of them go, and a lot of it accept it because of the bag.
Right. It's sad, but if that's I get what you're saying too, Kay, because that's what men are thinking that all women are. But that would just be like, oh, well, all men are the same.
Yeah, I definitely
think there's a certain type of man for that type of woman, just like there's a certain type of man for the other kind of woman, the respectable woman.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. If they can be with 10 women that have that same quote unquote standard, you know what I'm saying, for their life, and then they find one that don't have that, you don't think they're gonna bypass the one that don't have that and find another one that got the standards that they're used to?
You think? You said what?
So say like, okay, they run across 10 women.
Mm-hmm.
All 10 women have that same standard what she just said, right?
Yeah.
Then she easily get to, I can just buy her this, that, and the other, whatever. Then you run into one and say, no, you cannot buy me. You have to get to know me. You don't think they're gonna pass that one up to go find another one with the previous standards that the other ones had?
Yes, and he would definitely, but she don't need him. She don't need nobody like him. So if he bypass her, it really ain't gonna be a loss.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of women that are like me and you are tired of being passed over, so that's why they tend to join the, you know what I'm saying, join the club.
Look who's passing us over. Look who's passing us over.
See, I don't
think they
getting the lesson, V. They ain't getting the lesson here. We putting down the lesson.
They not.
They're not picking it up. You gotta pick up the lesson.
They not nobody.
Yes, they are those.
I won't be doing a praise dance.
It is okay. That is exactly.
I mean, you and me both. But you gotta look at it like this. it's a lot of women out here that feel lonely. You know what I'm saying? They, everybody mental state is not the same. You know, issues, all that because they've been passed up so much, not knowing that the man, those men really ain't about nothing.
Yeah, but that's when you got to be in tune with yourself and learn that, hey, it ain't. I had to tell
Exactly.
myself, it ain't me, it's them. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It
But it
has
does have
absolutely
something to
nothing to
do
do with
with you,
me.
right? But it does, because you are the one that have to, either you're abiding by your standard or you're not.
Right.
Ultimately it is a you thing. Either you're going to downgrade yourself and go with something that you know isn't right, or are you gonna stick by your guns and you're gonna say, you know what, keep it
I'm gonna
moving.
stick by mine.
Because
I did that too much.
legitimately I can't control anybody outside of me. I can only
Right.
control me. So the one that has control is me. Because we can only control ourselves. So it was a you thing. You may have stumbled and fell and made mistakes, but you learn better. When you know better, you do better, and you chose to do better. So that's a you thing. That's 100% you. I'm not letting you get that credit away. That's 100% V. V learned a lesson. Like, go ahead and come on, man. Give me some hand
Mhm.
claps or something on this shit. What can I make? Oh, all of it. Fuck it. You learned a lesson, man. Shit. Be proud of that. Be proud of that. You take control of your own stuff. I think I already read this one. No, you didn't, says I think she was talking about the clip. And she mad. Yeah, she appeared to be I said what I said. And I want to take a look at something else. This is what I played this on King of Spades. We're gonna take a look at it on Queen of Spades. Okay. I'm not gonna play the full clip, but I will play some of it to give you a just idea of what Miss Ebony K is talking about, and then we will come back on the other side and we will discuss it.
Availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because Black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which Black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of Black sperm. Because most Black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families, and that means we want Black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings, and sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of Black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. Sperm Bank,
Right. So
Fairfax
basically,
Cryobank, and
it seems to be an endorsement of Black women to become single mothers. What did you get from that, V?
I just got that, women are just tired of dealing with men. If they want a family, they rather have it themselves without having any dealings with men, which is sad that this is what it has come to. But I ain't gonna lie, at one point I kind of understood because, I really just did not want to deal with men at all. I wasn't attracted to men. I didn't want to, not to say I was attracted to women, but everything about a man just turned me off. So if I was in that position, wanting to start a family, I would definitely, start my own family by myself.
Okay. And Kay, what do you think about what she said?
I say to each his own. If you want to raise a child by yourself and your child constantly asking who's my daddy, and you can't come up with an answer, that's on you. I mean, I'm so sick of her. I am. She is bitter. She is upset because she quit her marriage on false pretenses, and she want everybody to be like her. That's just how I feel.
I bet that Queen D says, "Hey fam, hey queens, I lost track of schedule. All right, I know you're busy person, so I definitely hear that. To your point, V and K, it seems like y'all were at least V at one point was okay with this, and K, it seems like you're like okay, somewhat, or just forget her, whatever the case may be. What would you say to someone that may say that may be a little selfish, being that if studies showed that children in fatherless homes may have the propensity to develop certain disadvantages, whether it be mentally or emotionally?
If it was certain studies on that, because I never looked at up, it wasn't an option for me. I became a single baby mama for free. um, then I
You
wouldn't
and me
subject a
both.
child.
You and
Right,
me
I
ain't
wouldn't.
messing
both.
with you. I ain't
I
messing
didn't
with
have
you,
the
dude.
option.
Oh my
But
goodness.
if I wouldn't knowingly put my child at that disadvantage. Knowing that I have a different stand on that, I don't think it's okay. But I definitely understand the feelings behind it. That doesn't make it okay. I wouldn't want my child at any disadvantage, especially at them being black. They are already at a disadvantage. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Same question to you, Kay. What would you say to those that might view this as a selfish move for someone to, just because they want a child, to have a child, especially if the data is out there that shows, if there is data out there that shows that children that are born in a single parent household develop um, um, issues with psychological or emotional um, their well-beings, their mental well-beings. If that's the facts, how would you feel about somebody saying that would be selfish to do so?
In my opinion, I mean, I feel like that person needs to do some type of soul searching or whatever, because 9 times out of 10 they gonna come from the same family household themselves, and why would they want to subject their child to that? I mean, that's beyond being selfish to me. You know, I mean, it's just you're not ready for motherhood if you're doing all that. You
Yeah,
know, you just using the child as a accessory, so to speak, just to say I have kids.
yeah, yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. Um, uh, Sorry, I was back here trying to work on my camera. What's going on here? All right, so well, I guess that's the show. Thank you so much. I think that you shined a light on a lot of different things, and I really do appreciate you coming through and sharing your time with us. Let me see. I think I seen a comment. Yes, I Queen D says I think that route should be used if time is crunching down and there was no potential father. But again, though, Queen D, would you do that if you knew, or if studies showed that there was a likelihood that your child would decline mentally, not mentally, but emotionally or psychologically? If there was a decline, would you still choose to do that if you knew that that child would have issues with one's identity? Because look, and one reason why I think that this would potentially be true is look at black folks in general, right? Because we don't have a self identity, um meaning a tribe, right? We don't, there's certain people that are in Scottish that can tell you years and years ago of what their song is that they sung while they were on the battlefield, and who grandma, who they got beef with, because of what reason, who stole who cow, right? They have a real identity and attachment to their homeland, whereas a lot of black folks do not have that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the things that contribute to the dysfunction that we have, or that you see going on right now. So just imagine now, even closer, you don't have a piece of you that could be missing. I think that could cause real issues. Yeah, I think it could cause real, and especially for if you have a male as a product of a single parent household, that fucks you up. So would you be willing to get what you want in order and cause potential harm to your offspring? Jakar Lee says over 35. Oh, Clarence, shut up. Shut up. Clarence. Dang, Lee. All right. I don't know. What are your last thoughts? Got any last thoughts from you, V, before we get up out of here?
No. Just happy to be on the show. Happy I could be on. I know I'm busy.
All right. Hold on. I think Queen D came back in again. She said, I wouldn't choose that route personally. I do think the natural way, LOL, that ain't how we reproduce. All right, hey, I hear that. And Kay, do you have any last comments before we get up out of here?
I want to say it was a great show. Thank you all for commenting in the comments. Please hit that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And also check out the Ace of Spades on Sundays.
Yes.
The King of Spades on Mondays.
Yes.
And us again here at the Queen of Spades on Wednesdays.
Yes. Thank you for all those plugs, Kay. So yes, please do come and check us out. We and you know what? We're opening up the phone lines too, man. If y'all want to come in, please let us know. We can try to slide you in and get you in.
Oh, we're doing phone lines too?
Or do you want to? We can.
Yeah.
Well, I say phone lines, but
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just excited. I like to hear other people's comments.
I'm excited that
I like the dialogue.
I'm excited that you're excited. So I can open up to, put the link in there and see who comes in if you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that next next week. It'll be like a Q&A session or whatever. I'll try to put up some topics and things like that, but it'll be a relaxed show. So Queen D said yes. All right, then bet that. Well, yeah. So again, thank you for everybody coming through. If you haven't, could you please hit the like button? If you're over on YouTube, they said, how's the algorithm? I have no idea. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So that would be great. And More to Love says awesome. It hasn't clicked up on here yet, so I can't put it up on the screen. All right. So More to Love, if you would like to come in and ask questions, say something, point of view, whatever, you will be able to do that. I know I've seen you here a couple of times, so I'm sure you probably got some things to say. So I guess until next time, keep queening. I think it's
keep queening.
Yeah, that part. And before we get up out of here, I'll let y'all go ahead and go. But I got a video I'm gonna play, and then we'll get up out of here. Because I think that the men do need to do better, and I think that I think he speaks to it. Hey, matter of fact, Jakar, this for you.
Black men, see y'all in here. Black men, we have to do better, okay? We have to do better, all right? Black men, we have to do better at choosing white women because